morning and welcome to India. I'm currently on the way to the airport from the last destination of my trip, the town of Jaisalmer. I've been from Kerala to Varanasi, to Amritsar, to Rishikesh, to Delhi, to Agra, to Jaisalmer, all over India. And I just thought I'd make a quick video like I usually do when I've spent a long time in a country, talking about whether it's safe to travel here, and yeah, give some helpful tips and tricks that have benefited me and Tilly along the way. So the first thing I want to talk about in India is general safety and the people. So I've never felt in danger once in my entire trip here, really. I mean, the people aren't, I'd say, as warm and kind of smiley as other countries I've been to, but that's just their culture. And to be fair, outside of the main cities, that does change a bit, and they do approach you a lot more, and yeah, a bit more friendly. But yeah, on the whole, there's nothing dangerous. Yes, there are a few people who are trying to sell you things in slightly aggressive or annoying ways, but you know, that's just part of it. That shouldn't stop you coming to a country like this. The people, on the most part, are really helpful, if a little blunt at times, but yeah, really helpful, really nice, and definitely not dangerous. So the next thing I want to talk about is transport in India. India is obviously a huge country, and getting around it is not easy and something that requires a lot of planning. So the roads are crazy, and I've driven all around the world, seen many countries, and this is right up there with the most mental of them all. So I wouldn't, unless you have a lot of experience, and especially not in the busy cities, recommend driving a car or a motorbike. I drove a motorbike a few times, and it's not really worth the hassle, put it that way. Your other options are domestic flights, which are really good but not that great for a budget traveller. They're usually like between $50 and $100 a pop, which is, you know, manageable, especially if it saves you like 2 days travel, because as I said, India is massive. And if you don't want to get domestic flights, you can get the trains, which I highly recommend. The trains are really good and really cheap, and if you're going to do that, you can go on the Indian Rail website, which I'll put here. It's quite hard to navigate, like many government Indian websites, but once you've signed up, which takes about 45 minutes to an hour, made a small payment of about $2 to confirm your account, you can see all the trains, book well in advance, the classes. Once you work out to use the search tool, yeah, it's really good. There's no need for physical tickets. They just email you confirmation. You just get a little number, turn up at the station. That's really good, really useful. But as I said, some of these trains are 14 hours, 30 hours. Nearly died. So if you're strapped for time, probably not the best, but yeah, it's a good experience on the trains for sure. You can also get buses, better for short distances, not long, but also completely fine. And yeah, if you're with a tour group or a guide or whatever, then they'll probably drive you around. So getting a driver the whole time is also an option. It just depends, yeah, on your budget, your time scale, and just personal preference. But transport for the most part is safe, though. As I said, the roads are a bit dodgy. So if you are going to drive yourself, just yeah, be careful. Try and avoid driving at night. And yeah, that concludes transport. Okay, so the final things I wanted to talk about was the food, which we don't usually cover, but I think for India it's appropriate, and going out at night. So the food in India, we've all heard of the infamous Delhi belly. The two best ways to avoid getting ill are A, don't eat meat. So if you can hack it, I tried that for the first few weeks, felt a bit energyless and had to get some meat. But it's alright getting meat in really good restaurants, but
yeah, getting meat off the street is a bit of a risk. And then the other thing is the water, so just try to avoid ordering juices, try to avoid anything with ice in it. Again, if you want to play it safe, just get bottled water all the time. And when you're in the shower, this is the most important thing. So you know when you're having a long shower and you just switch off, any water goes in your mouth, like it can cause big problems. So like, especially in the cities where the water's even dirtier. So yeah, the food is amazing, like really good, but you just have to be careful, otherwise you will get a bit sick. Final thing is going out at night, which we only did a few times. We did it in Delhi, and it was okay. It was fine, I'd say. I mean, it was me and Tilly, obviously, and I'd say like if she was there on her own, it would have been a bit sus. So yeah, going out at night is fine. Just like any big city in the world, it's like it can be a bit touch and go. Just trust your instincts. Maybe if you're a solo female, just like find someone to go out with, or just like only go to like really busy kind of safe-ish places. Don't stray too far off the beaten track. You know, just the normal stuff that you do wherever you are in the world. For the most part, going out at night, we didn't have any real problems. Just, you know, some men are a bit starey. So yeah, that's it. That concludes food and going out at night. Alright, that's a wrap. So to conclude, India is safe to travel for sure, 100%. Just yeah, trust your instincts, don't do anything dumb, don't stray too far off the beaten path, wash your hands a lot, and you'll be absolutely fine. Also, get a local SIM, as always. Directions. Getting a local SIM in India is not that easy. You actually need a local Indian to get it in their name. If you go to enough shops, someone will do it for you if you don't have a guide or a friend who can already do it for you. What else was there? Oh yeah, the visa. So I'm leaving earlier than I wanted to because you can't extend the 30-day e-visa. So if you think you're going to be here for more than that, or you're flexible and you don't know, get the 60-day, get the 3 months. It's a real ball ache. Basically, the only way I could have stayed longer was to leave the country, apply for a new visa. It would have just wasted the time that I wanted to add on to the end of it anyway, and a load of money. So yeah, make sure you are on top of that. Watch out for cows. So they can actually be deadly. Not deadly, but quite aggressive sometimes. And yeah, have a great time. It's time for me to head to a new country now.